Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks here to bring you another Origins Kickstarter box opening. I am having too much fun with this product. Thank you, Genesis Battle Champions. Giving me something fun to mess around with that I am enjoying quite thoroughly. Saad, Joey, and the team over there, really appreciating it. Built 3 decks now. Realize one of my other decks is wrong because I did the math wrong. In fact, I think it's the one. I think it's Iblis. It might be another one. I'm not sure. That was. I made the video about that one, so you might be able to, see my mistake in the video. You should have access to that by the time this one comes out. I am recording these in a series about a week in advance because I am going on vacation. I will be out of the country. Let's turn them around. Get them this way, right? Yeah, how about that? I'm out of the country next week, which is contemporaneous to when you'll be seeing this. So, pre-recorded a bunch of box openings over the course of about a week. Putting them forward in our release schedule. And so you should be looking at those while I'm in a different country, which will be cool for me. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, another Lunging Assault full art. I like that one. And then Winged Alate, however you say that one. Both very good. I have that in my deck. One of my decks. I think I have that in one of my decks too, actually. But yeah, if you go back and look at the deck building video, you'll note I made a pretty critical math error. I was balancing out 7s with 3s, and that is to say you got to average to 5, right? Because that's just how it works. 250 divided by 50, 5 chi per card on average. So if you put a 7 in there, then you need 2 cards or 2 points recovered from somewhere else. So that could be a single 3 or 2 4s. And I was doing 2 3s, and that means I left points on the table, which is a big mistake because it's not even near optimized at that point. So let's go through some of these. Having a lot of fun with these. I sorted my entire collection. Actually have multiple boxes now of them. It's getting a little out of hand. I think I'm going to open a single shop. Not 100% on that yet. I was talking with Joey over at Genesis. Caustic Millipede. I have this in one of my decks. I don't think I need a second one of it yet because I really just wanted the one for the Decay brand because I had that, I forget what the card effect is exactly, but it's essentially like if something dies from Decay, you get an effect. I can't recall off the top of my head, but it was pretty much Decay focused. Synergy was the goal there. I have a bunch of these Water Strikes in one of my decks. So I don't know much as far as strategy. I'm still learning on the gameplay side. I like the deck building. I like looking at the cards. I like thinking about how to build decks and what they could do. But I'm definitely not good at optimizing yet. I got to figure out a way to get some games in online. I know there's a couple different options. I just haven't done it yet. And so when I'm back from vacation, I'll probably play online quite a bit. I doubt I'll record those, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. But it is fun and interesting. The concepts, landmines are great. I was using those in one of my decks. Tsunami is amazing. More bug tokens. Always need more bug tokens. Oh man, one of the things that motivated me about this whole single shop idea was the idea of tokens. Actually, I needed chasm tokens. There's a card that puts down like 3, 2, 1, something like that. Maybe it's 4 tokens. It's a 8 power card. It's like a person slamming the ground and cracks coming out, so it creates chasms, and chasms have an inherent effect, and they stay on the board. At least I believe that's correct. And so you need the tokens to represent the grid blackout, essentially, for functionality. And what ended up happening was I only had one in the entire box, and then I had one that was actually the card chasm, where you can play it and create a single chasm. Well, maybe I'm actually not even sure. I've seen Lava Rider. That would go good in my fire deck. It's a 6 chi, like that. Oh wow, cool. different Iblis art. I don't think I've seen that. So anyways, that's what motivated me to create an entire single shop. That's what I want to do. Why? Because I went to look for Chasm and could not find it anywhere online. I did eventually find 2 copies. I believe there's 2. Yeah, 2 copies of the token and 1 of the actual card, the playable card spell, I think. Perry, I'm definitely building around her. She seems so good at dodging. Slippery When Wet's real fun too. I think I've only seen 1 of these. Yeah, that's the Air brand one, and I've definitely seen the Firing Krog water brand. I like this set. I really do. There's like a serious upgrade between J2 and this, and J2 is good. This is just, there's a lot more kind of flavor and balance and stuff. I finally figured out what Deceit does. If we see it, I'll walk through it. I finally understand it. Took me forever. Every time I read it, I'm like, why would you do this? I don't understand this card. Why does this exist? We'll walk through it if I see one. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't find them from Google searching. I did end up finding them because they have a list of shops that sell singles, so I went through those, and that's how I ended up finding it. Nice virus card. Nice Longma. Ooh, epic rare Longma. Full art. I like that. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I can help out by starting a shop of my own and just, getting a bunch of singles and getting them out there. So I'm looking into it. I may do that. It wouldn't be like it would be for profit, as in it's not a non-profit, but it wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be very profitable, put it that way. It could probably maintain the costs of all the website stuff, domain, etc., and not much more, because I just don't think the volume's there yet. I could be wrong on that, but the idea is that, like, some people can't afford to just buy a bunch of boxes like I can, right? And they probably want to play this game and build decks, and so buying singles is the way for them to do that, except if there's not that many singles out there, it's hard for them to do that. So I thought I might be able to help the community grow a little bit by just offering that up, and if it costs me a couple $100 a month to keep it running, it's no big deal. It'd be fine by me to help support the community. Plus, it'd give me something to do. I enjoy my TCG player card shop. I like when I get sales. It's kind of exciting, even though they aren't exactly huge money makers with all the fees on TCG player. But I do enjoy it. Like, it's just a fun hobby to sell cards to people. And people seem to like, I'm pretty prompt on the services. That's interesting. It's the tornado one, because the tornado creates those spots around it. People seem to think I do a pretty good job. I get a lot of positive reviews, a lot of thank yous. I sell more high-end stuff. I don't really bother with the low-end stuff, which would change for this. It would be a different story. But basically, so I reach out to them immediately. I'm like, I'm dropping it off today. You should have the tracking number by noon. Give it a few hours for the system to update, etc. They're like, oh, thank you for the communication, especially with a high-end card. Over communication is great. I have this in one of my decks. It's pretty baller because it's line of sight. If I'm not mistaken, that's like a straight line across the entire map, which is just so cool. So thematic and fun. Fire Strike, I did not end up using that. I felt it was a little pricey for what it's doing. It's good if you have a lot of fire out there, because then you can do the 4 cost instead, but I think that deck had a minimum amount. I think it was mostly evasive. It was, oh shoot, what's her name? Adira, the one that does the fireballs to fire anywhere in the arena. Basically the idea around the deck, and again, I'm just building concept decks, I don't really know if they're any good, was that you avoid, evade, like cancel and prevent if something does manage to hit you or come at you. And then just fireball the whole time, because the biggest guy is 30 health, so you can kill him in 15 turns, costing you 60 energy, and she has 125, which I believe leaves 75 left, something like that. I might be off on the math a little bit, but I went through the math, and so basically, if she can just sit around for 15 turns and hit him every turn, that's excluding any, minions coming out, summons or whatever. Inferno Crawler. I think she had a couple of those in the deck, so you have some of these like pain in the butt and the dogs that suck up damage. So basically, that was the concept. Stay avoidant, have some pretty powerful mobs they have to deal with, and then set up the fire pillars and the traps and stuff. So you're constantly pinging extra damage in there, and then just hit them every turn. That's your rule. Every turn you fire the fireball, because that's consistent 2 damage, which on average I think most cannot do that per turn. Because they have to close, they have to, stay in awareness and all the other things. The dodges are in fact a factor, etc. So I think it's a good strategy. I could be wrong. Again, I've only played it a little bit, but I'm excited to try them all. I don't have many of these, if I have any of these at all. This seems really good. Fatigue 4. So 4 damage, 2 awareness out, discard 1. 3 fatigue, big deal. You're fatiguing your opponent by 4 and doing 4 damage. That seems really good. This is pretty cool. It's calculated assault. I like that one. And there's another one that's a spear that's in the line side. Ooh, nice. Put this Kato. Protected by the Faith foil. I like the foils. I really am. I'm into them. It's very basic style foiling, but it looks good. It's unfortunate they curl as much as they do, because they do, but they look good. I like them. I like this set a lot, this Origin set. It's very nice. Deceit. Okay, so this is the card. Negate target ability played by you. Put a copy of that ability on the stack with the same targets. I'm like, why would you play something, negate it, play it again, hitting the same target? It made no sense. I couldn't figure it out. I'm losing my mind over this. And then I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, I finally get it. It's if someone goes and negates something on the stack, you play this on top of their whatever. Like, so if they're doing a counter spell type thing, I know there's a couple. One is called like negate or something. So if they're going to negate your power that you're doing, you then negate it and recopy it on top of the stack, so that their negate fails because it's targeting something that's now gone, and now you get to cast the thing you were going to cast anyway. So it's like a fake out move, which I guess is why it's called Deceit. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but that's where that's what the conclusion I came to, where I was like, oh, okay, that's what that's for. So I think that's correct, but I could be wrong. Rock Crusher, Electric Storm, that's a good one. We get that in foil with this. Oh, hey, Chasm token. Just talking about this. I need a lot of these because I have a lot of Chasm creation. Not gonna lie. Like I said, it's trying to evade. That was the deck, was trying to be evasive. Create all these things on the map that will make it really hard to get into contact with her while she just slaps you. Or if you do get in contact with her, you're going to be taking damage, and all this other stuff is going to happen. That was the whole deck design. I hope it's fun to play. I don't know if it's good, but I hope it's fun to play. These swarms are just crazy. So yeah, I'm having fun with this product. Really enjoy. Ooh, Earth Fisher full art. That has got to be worth a lot, because that's just such a cool card. That is... I want to put it in my deck, but I also want to put it on my shelf. I think that's going on the shelf. I think it has to, because it's just cool art and full art like that. That's got to go on the shelf. I kind of want to have it in my deck too, though. But yeah, no, it goes on the shelf. That's too cool. You can't risk it getting dinged up in play. Oh yeah, that's right. One of the breaks. I like these breaks. I think it's very flavorful. Add to your character's ability, like, you know, you built around fire, you built around whatever, and you do those things, and then you build up, and it does the thing on theme. I find that very flavorful and fun. I'll move a little quicker now. I've seen all these cards. We've seen all these cards, right? Another epic rare, Electro Pheromones. Beautiful, beautiful. I really do enjoy opening this one, Origins. J2 is good too. It's just not as fun as this one. I think this one has a little more spice, a little more exciting things going on. I think the epic rares in J2 are like pretty much the same art, and everything's the same except for the code at the bottom, and it was confusing me. This, you know, full art treatment's the way to go if you ask me. Definitely my preference. Origins also has a lot of the survival. I can't remember the name of it, but survival feature in it. Whereas J2, I don't think has any, but I could be wrong on that. Oops, it goes there. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the cards, enjoying collecting it, enjoying cracking the packs. I hope this has gotten some of you guys interested in it. There's definitely been a lot more people joining the Discord. Some of our local players are picking up stuff. Not because of me, they were already into it and were actually was like, oh, I was actually worried no one was going to play if I got this stuff. And he was in his hometown shop, I think up in New Hampshire, something like that. And then is coming back with a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we'll get a chance to play. That's cool. See this Pulse. Flingua. I definitely have that in my, I think it's my Kato deck. Token. Chicken kicker. Don't kick a chicken. It will beat you up. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Are you guys interested in other games? Clearly, I like doing box openings, so I will record these. I'll be doing the same with Sorcery when that comes out. Big fan of the art in that, so that's going to be very exciting. I don't know if I'm going to open all those boxes or if I will sell some. Vampiric Kiss. That's really good. I feel like there's a different art, or maybe it was, yeah, I feel like there's a different art, like biting the neck on this. Is this like an alt art? It doesn't look, it doesn't have like the A like they do. Interesting. Yeah, but I'll be doing this with Sorcery when it comes out. Should be in a couple months. I'm not sure if I want to open all those, sell some of them. I got, I think, a case, maybe a case in a box, something like that. And they're selling for a lot now, so it's really tempting. I don't think that price stays that high, but it's hard to know because the art is very collectible because it's all hand painted and all that stuff. And so I think a lot of people are going to want the Kickstarter like full play set and like everything in a binder. I know I want that. I just don't know if I want to open to do that because it's so risky. Ooh, or Purge in foil. Nice. Because it's so risky. I may just sell some boxes and then use that capital to buy a set of cards, which should theoretically be more affordable. Obviously, there'll be the special ones that are impossible to come by and all that. I mean, I don't know. Leave a note in the comments if you have a preference, if you'd like to see me open a lot of Sorcery. No promises that I'm going to listen to you, but just curious what people think. Kato, he's my man. I like that guy. He's probably my favorite character right now. Not because he's any particular good or whatever. I just seem to like him. Like his theme, like his style, like the cards he's into. Because he can be like a old man that teleports and slaps you around, or he can be like a big wizard style guy. I think that's a real big factor. Here's the chasm, like the actual, I guess it's an alteration is what it is, not a spell. You basically just put it down on the field and affect the combat arena, which is super interesting and fun part about this. Another chasm token. Excellent. I think with the ones I ordered from the singles shop, I think that means I got all of the ones I need for my deck. So I can now play in official events. Not sure how I'm going to do that because I know they have them. There's one down in like North Carolina coming up, pretty big one. In fact, that would be really cool to go to, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. In fact, no, I think I'm out of the country in the day that it goes. But, you know, there'll be more in the future. I'm not sure if I'll end up going to them. Seems like a fun game. I'm not sure I really want to be competitive with it, you know. If I want really competitive gameplay, I think I'll, you know, stick with Flesh and Blood. There's enough people that are hyper competitive, and that kind of feeds whatever I need of that. I don't really play super competitively in these games. I like to play for fun, and this is definitely one of those games you can play for fun. Very dynamic, very different outcomes every battle. So that's the part I'm enjoying about this. It doesn't mean it isn't for other people to be super competitive, just kind of where I am on it. Yeah, okay, it's the same art for Vampiric Kiss. I must be mixing up with another card. Yeah, it has a vampire biting someone's neck. What is that card? I have it in one of my decks. Now I'm not sure. Water Warp. I think I have that in foil too. Zenith. Bug tokens. I need lots of those because I have that one Swarmy bug deck. I don't think I have all the the tokens that I want. That's the thing. There's a lot of tokens if you're playing certain types of decks, and I just don't know that they're available. Like I said, that was the thing that motivated me to say, hey, maybe I'll just open up a shop. It's not that hard to do. I've created businesses before, so I know how to do that. And then I just have to get like a Wix or a Shopify, like, ooh, yeah, no, that's awesome. This is a great box. I don't know if this is above average or not, but 4 full arts, that is awesome. And that's the buggy one too. Love it, love it. So I might, yeah, here's one. This goes with Kato. This is just the move, but there's another one that's like move and slap them for like 3 damage. So you can like teleport up to them or to the side or something. I forget. There is a like an awareness part of the mechanics, but it seems so funny. I think the art is like an old man coming through a teleporter with a cane, like slapping someone across the face. I just love the way that feels. The theme of that, this old man running around, teleporting all over the place, slapping people around. Feels fun. Feels fun. I am curious. Like I've started to get meta on this a little bit and think about the value of cards, the chi price, the life, what kind of damage it does, any extra attacks like trigger attacks or whatever, and then like awareness, does that each one count for one because it allows for more flexibility, and then thinking about like life total of your hero. So the one guy has 30 health. And he won the recent competition, so it makes me wonder, is just health that much more valuable to have, the extra health? In which case, you got to think, is Iblis good because she just stops 1 health of damage every time she's about to take damage? So that's like every hit, extra health, 1 extra health. So that's, and I think she has a fairly decent health pool. I think she's like 25 or 23 or something. So if she takes 7 hits in a game, she technically, or I guess mathematically, has more health than, was it Mulak or the guy with the claws with the most health? So yeah, I mean, I'm starting to think about the game in terms of that math analytical stuff, which I love doing. I love, digging into games and mechanics and figuring that stuff out. It's kind of my jam, my favorite part of exploring new games. So we'll continue to do that with this game and others. And that wraps up this box. Good box, I think. I don't know what the pull rates, expected pull rates are. Oh, I guess I'm zoomed out more than usual. Got plenty of room to show off what I got. I've got Aura Purge and that. And then these full art auras here. That's a heck of a box. I am okay with this. That Earth Chasm definitely going on the shelf. Love it. Love it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, hit the like button. Leave a comment what you think about Genesis. Are you guys getting to try any of it? It is available on TTS, free to play. The starter decks are also really affordable at like $15. Even these boxes are available online at, hold on one second, I'll tell you the exact place. But for $99, which I thought was incredibly good deal considering it is a starter product. Let's see, RochesterCCG.com. I just bought 2 and they're giving away a special promo card with it. So that might be worth checking out if you're interested in this. The Origins boxes are really fun to open. J2 boxes are on there for like $80. It's a very affordable game, and that is the intention from what we've heard from the creator Assad, that he wants to keep it affordable and for the players. So I'm all about that. I love that. You guys know I collect for financial purposes too, but that's not what I'm doing here. I'm very much into just playing the game and getting the cards and having a nice library to draw from when I want to build a deck. Seems fun. I enjoyed it so far. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and until next time, have a good one.